Buying a new game these days feels like a high-stakes gamble with your hard-earned cash. We've scanned the horizon of 2026 to find the single-player adventures that actually justify their price tag. Are you tired of half-baked releases that leave your wallet empty and your soul bored? From hyper-realistic shooters to sprawling space epics, these titles are building the future of immersion. Let's break down the only 20 games that are genuinely worth your investment this year. Survival horror reaches a terrifying new peak in Resident Evil Requiem, where the series finally bridges the gap between classic dread and modern action. You'll navigate a dual-protagonist narrative that feels like a reward for longtime fans, blending resource management with a suffocating atmosphere that keeps you on the edge of your seat. The CryEngine 5 makes every shadow feel alive, and the way the story weaves through a decaying European sanatorium is nothing short of masterful. It's a rare case of a sequel that respects its roots while pushing gameplay mechanics into a more fluid, responsive territory. Is there anything more satisfying than a perfectly timed parry when you're down to your last bullet? This isn't just another entry, it's a genre-defining experience that offers incredible replay value through its branching paths and unlockable secrets.
恐怖に特化してない、アクションも楽しめるサバイバルホラー、レオンにふさわしい体験が作れてるんじゃないかなとは思ってる。
You're quite unique.
Tell me what's going on.
Something important.
Mom, I'm scared.
Grace. They're coming.
The wait for GTA 6 has been a marathon, but the level of detail packed into Leonida makes every second of that anticipation worth it. Rockstar is delivering a living, breathing ecosystem where the satire is sharp and the open-world density is frankly overwhelming in the best way possible. You aren't just playing a crime sim, you're existing in a world where every storefront is accessible and every NPC interaction feels uniquely scripted. The dynamic between the two protagonists adds a layer of emotional weight that previous entries lacked, making the high-octane heists feel personal and high-stakes. It's the kind of game that defines a console generation, offering hundreds of hours of exploration that justify the premium price point 10 times over. When the sun sets over Vice City, you'll realize this is the pinnacle of digital entertainment. If you want to see what the future of immersion looks like, Unrecord is the tactical bodycam thriller that will leave you questioning reality. The photorealistic visuals are so intense that every corridor and warehouse feels dangerously tangible, pulling you into a gritty world of high-stakes law enforcement. It's a specialized, narrative-driven experience that ditches traditional HUDs for total sensory engagement, forcing you to rely on your instincts and sharp reflexes. The way the camera moves mimics human imperfection, adding a layer of tension that most shooters can only dream of achieving. For players who value technical innovation and a truly unique perspective, this is the definitive showcase for current-gen hardware. It's a tight, focused journey that proves you don't need a 100-hour map to deliver a world-class experience that sticks with you. Acts of Blood is a visceral, bone-crunching love letter to martial arts cinema that places you right in the middle of a brutal revenge story. Set in the gritty streets of Indonesia, you follow a law student's descent into a world of vigilante justice where the combat feels heavy, rewarding, and incredibly stylish. The environmental finishers and improvised weaponry turn every back-alley brawl into a cinematic masterpiece of choreography and violence. It's a focused, high-speed brawler that respects your time by cutting out the open-world filler and focusing on pure, unadulterated gameplay satisfaction. You know that feeling when a combat system finally clicks and you feel untouchable? That's the core of this experience. For anyone seeking a raw and authentic action game with a heavy emotional core, this is a top-tier investment that delivers punch after punch.
Bad dot land.
The concept of surviving in the literal shadow of a massive robot is what makes Hello Sunshine one of the most creative survival RPGs in years. You're tasked with scavenging a sun-bleached wasteland where the heat is your primary enemy, forcing you to stay within the moving shade of your mechanical guardian. The dynamic between base management and exploration creates a tense but rewarding loop as you upgrade your giant companion to venture further into the unknown. It's a lonely, beautiful journey that leans heavily into atmospheric storytelling and environmental mysteries that keep you guessing until the very end. The sense of scale here is massive, making you feel tiny in a world that has moved on without humanity. If you crave a survival game that offers a fresh mechanical hook and a deeply emotional bond with a machine, this is your next obsession. Lara Croft returns to her roots in Tomb Raider, Legacy of Atlantis, a stunning reimagining of her first adventure that balances nostalgia with cutting-edge tech. This isn't just a simple remake, it's a total reconstruction of the Atlantis mythos, emphasizing isolation, intricate puzzles, and the genuine thrill of discovery. The tombs are more lethal and expansive than ever, requiring you to master fluid traversal and sharp survival instincts to uncover ancient secrets. It captures that classic sense of wonder when you stumble upon a hidden temple, now rendered with breathtaking detail and modern physics. The narrative expansion gives Lara more depth, making her growth from a curious explorer to a hardened survivor feel earned and impactful. It's a polished, high-value adventure that reminds us why Lara is the queen of the genre in the first place.
But it lit a fire that still burns. I need to see more. I need to go further. To uncover the secrets of Atlantis. Some legends are destined to be retold.
Imagine a Martian invasion hitting a frozen 19th century landscape, and you have the hauntingly beautiful premise of the War of the Worlds, Siberia. This alternate history survival game forces you to navigate the brutal Russian wilderness while dodging towering alien tripods that feel genuinely unstoppable. The gameplay is a tense mix of stealth and resourcefulness, using period-accurate weapons against extraterrestrial technology that feels light years ahead. It's a harrowing journey across the Urals where the biting cold is just as deadly as the Martian heat rays. The atmosphere is thick with dread, blending industrial-era aesthetics with a sci-fi apocalypse in a way that feels entirely fresh. For fans of narrative-driven survival, this game offers a unique perspective on a classic tale, proving that a good story is worth every penny of the entry fee.
Я убил его. Вниз! Стой, тварь! Это же предательство!
Оно самое, юноша. Оно самое.
Set against the breathtaking backdrop of the Tang Dynasty, Blood Message is a cinematic action-adventure that feels like a historical epic come to life. You guide a messenger and his young son through a crumbling empire, using a mix of realistic swordplay and stealth to survive a blossoming rebellion. There are no supernatural gimmicks here, just the raw, visceral struggle of two people trying to stay alive in a world gone mad. The relationship between the father and son adds a layer of emotional weight to every encounter, making the stakes feel incredibly high throughout the journey. The historical accuracy and stunning environments created through extensive location scanning make this one of the most visually impressive titles of 2026. It's a polished, linear experience that prioritizes storytelling and immersion, making it a must-have for fans of high-quality drama.
输赢成败，皆如沙上之塔，风来即散。为众生之苦，长漫于天地之间。
回家吧，这一切毫无意义。有人，天命所归，我才是大唐。到头来，除了死更多人，什么都不会改变。
Replaced is a visual powerhouse that uses a stunning 2.5D pixel art style to create a gritty, alternate 1980s America that you can almost taste. You play as an AI trapped in a human body, navigating a world of industrial decay and neon-lit corporate greed where every frame looks like a masterpiece. The combat is fast and rhythmic, blending melee strikes with environmental interactions in a way that feels incredibly fluid and satisfying. Beyond the action, the game tells a deep, philosophical story about humanity and the cost of progress in a decaying society. The rain-soaked synthwave vibes and thick atmosphere create an immersive experience that punches way above its weight class. It's a compact, highly polished journey that focuses on delivering a specific, high-quality mood. For those who value style and substance in a single package, this is an absolute steal.
Through walls, shaking when you fall, and focusing your attention on what matters. We have put an enormous amount of care.
Remedy is taking us back to the oldest house in Control Resonant, but this time the reality-bending chaos is spilling out into a warped version of New York City. You play as Dylan Faden, harnessing extraordinary paranatural powers to fight back against a cosmic threat that defies the laws of physics. The gameplay takes everything great about the original and cranks it up, offering more expansive environments and deep RPG elements that allow you to customize your supernatural arsenal. Expect mind-bending level design where the architecture shifts and buckles around you in real time. With its blend of high-octane combat and weird, captivating storytelling, this sequel is a masterclass in atmospheric action. Is your mind ready for a trip where gravity is a suggestion and the enemies are made of pure thought? It's a weird, wild ride that's worth every cent.
Would follow.
Building on the foundation of its predecessor, Zoopunk evolves into a full-scale 3D action RPG that is as stylish as it is challenging. You'll swap between 3 distinct characters in a dieselpunk world populated by anthropomorphic animals, each bringing a unique combat style to the table. The high-speed combat is heavily inspired by genre classics, focusing on intricate combos and a posture system that makes every boss fight feel like a high-stakes duel. From snowy fortresses to murky industrial swamps, the world is packed with detail and a surprisingly mature tone that keeps you invested in the journey. It's a fast-paced, mechanically deep experience that proves you can have talking animals and a gritty, serious narrative in the same breath. For action fans who crave deep systems and a unique aesthetic, this is a polished gem that shouldn't be overlooked.
Keep it back!
Walked right in himself, huh?
It's all yours now, boss.
Good work. Now with this, even the Machine Legion doesn't stand a chance against me.
What?
Huh?
Taking the deep storytelling of the series into a hard sci-fi RPG format, the Expanse Osiris Reborn puts you in the boots of a mercenary caught in a system-wide conspiracy. You aren't a chosen hero. You're a survivor managing a crew and a ship while making choices that ripple across the belt and beyond. The third-person combat is tactical and grounded, making every skirmish on an asteroid or space station feel dangerous and earned. The political tension is palpable, and your relationships with your crew are just as important as your aim in a firefight. For fans of deep narratives where your decisions actually shape the world, this is the definitive space opera experience of the year. It's a massive, content-rich journey that respects the source material while carving out its own legacy. Can you keep your crew together when the whole system is hunting you? Mudang, Two Hearts is a narrative-driven thriller that takes us to a politically volatile near-future Korean peninsula where truth is the most expensive luxury. You'll experience the story through two intertwined perspectives: a soldier tasked with stopping high-stakes attacks and a K-pop star caught in a web of corporate espionage. The gameplay is built on tactical realism, using gadgets and motion-captured combat to create a sense of grounded intensity that is rare in the genre. It's a harrowing journey where you'll have to decide when to stay in the shadows and when to use visceral aggression to uncover the power lurking behind a unified Korea. The blend of high-stakes espionage and cinematic storytelling makes this one of the most intense and focused experiences of 2026. It's a polished, mature title that offers a fresh perspective on the modern political thriller.
당신의 분노는 스스로 결정한 것인가? 누군가 당신의 분노를 이용한다. 지정태.
From the creative minds behind Stasis comes Animal Use Protocol, a terrifying survival horror game where you lead a prison break as a hyper-intelligent chimpanzee. Armed with a gravity manipulation tool and accompanied by a scrappy rat, you must navigate a nightmarish abandoned lab while being hunted by a monstrous chimera. The gameplay is a tense mix of stealth and environmental puzzles where being loud is an immediate death sentence. It's a unique perspective on the horror genre, focusing on the vulnerability and ingenuity of lab animals against a backdrop of unethical science. The atmospheric world building and the constant threat of the stalking monster create a sense of dread that never lets up. Will you lead your fellow test subjects to freedom or become another failed experiment? It's a dark, original journey that horror fans will absolutely adore. The wait for the epic struggle of Pywell is finally ending with Crimson Desert, an open-world action-adventure that looks like a true masterpiece of scale. You lead a mercenary commander seeking to reunite his scattered comrades in a world where alliances are fragile and the environment is lethal. The combat is a brutal, fluid blend of swordplay and superhuman abilities that feels incredibly satisfying, set against vast landscapes ranging from frozen peaks to bustling cities. Whether you're scaling massive bosses or engaging in large-scale skirmishes, the sense of impact and weight is unparalleled in the genre. It's a massive, content-rich journey that promises hundreds of hours of exploration and storytelling. This is the kind of game you buy for the world alone and stay for the deep, rewarding systems. It's a premium experience that truly justifies its place on your shelf. First-person survival horror gets a psychological makeover in Displacement, a HUD-less nightmare set at a frozen polar station where reality is falling apart. As a psychologist investigating a mass outbreak of madness, you find yourself slowly losing your own grip on sanity as you descend further into the ice. The madness mechanic isn't just a stat, it's an evolution that grants you terrifying new abilities while distorting everything you see and hear. Combat is melee-focused and savage, forcing you to use every scrap of fire or metal to fend off deranged cultists. The dynamic temperature system means the cold is just as dangerous as the monsters, creating a claustrophobic experience that questions your humanity at every turn. Will you embrace the chaos or fight to stay sane in the biting cold? It's a visceral, high-stakes journey for those who love deep psychological horror. The legendary RGG studio is stepping away from its usual haunts to deliver Stranger Than Heaven, a brand new title that maintains their signature blend of deep drama and wild action. While the setting is fresh, the game promises the same incredible attention to detail and character-driven storytelling that fans have come to expect. You can look forward to a narrative that is both heartbreaking and hilariously absurd, filled with the kind of high-quality mini-games and side content that makes every RGG game a massive value for your money. The combat looks to be a refined evolution of their brawler roots, set in a world that feels both familiar and entirely original. If you've ever loved the Yakuza series, you already know that this studio never misses when it comes to delivering a complete package. It's a polished, content-heavy experience that is worth every cent of your investment.
Got a name?
Mako. Daito.
Daito. A Jap then, huh?
Don't I look like one?
You're not? So, what are you then?
Sana. 俺が知りてえや。
IO Interactive is reimagining the James Bond origin story in 007. First Light, putting you in the shoes of a young Bond as he earns his 00 status. This is a gritty, standalone adventure that lets you choose between high-stakes stealth or explosive action in a variety of exotic global locations. Using the advanced Glacier engine, you'll infiltrate corporate galas and navigate lethal environments with the elegance and brutality the character is known for. The focus is on player agency, giving you the tools to be a silent ghost or a one-man army depending on your playstyle. With its cinematic visuals and a fully original narrative, this is the Bond game we've been waiting for since the golden age of the genre. Can you handle the responsibility of the 00 status before you've even earned it? It's a polished, high-quality thriller that is a mandatory pickup.
What do you do, James?
Lately, headhunting. I suppose this is another teachable moment.
Coming from a team of RPG veterans, Exodus introduces a mind-bending mechanic called time dilation that changes the stakes of your choices forever. As the Traveler, every mission you take into deep space means decades pass back home, while you only experience a few days of time. When you return, the people you love will have aged or vanished, and the consequences of your actions will have reshaped entire civilizations over generations. The combat features intense, cover-based shooting and superhuman abilities, but the real heart of the game is the emotional weight of the legacy you leave behind. With a cinematic quality that is off the charts and a narrative that spans centuries, it's a massive, emotional epic that redefines the sci-fi RPG. It's a deep, rewarding journey that promises to make you feel the weight of every light year traveled. This is the future of storytelling.
I see a lot of potential in this new partnership.
Let me light the way for you.
Target acquired.
Many thanks again for your help.
You should have been honest. This place is forbidden. The price is death. That's what it means to be a traveler.
Frogwares is shifting from investigation to pure Lovecraftian survival horror in The Sinking City 2, an ambitious sequel set in the waterlogged city of Arkham. The 1920s atmosphere is thicker than ever, with rising tides and eldritch abominations turning every street corner into a potential death trap. The gameplay now emphasizes tense combat and resource management, forcing you to scavenge for supplies while solving environmental puzzles in a decaying urban maze. The shift to Unreal Engine 5 allows for a truly haunting level of detail, with the water and lighting effects creating a sense of constant creeping dread. It's a bold new direction for the studio that prioritizes atmosphere and terror over traditional detective work. If you love cosmic horror that feels both wet, cold, and utterly hopeless, this is the definitive Lovecraft experience. It's a polished, haunting journey. The landscape of 2026 is looking like a golden era for those of us who prefer to play alone. These titles don't just promise great graphics. They offer the kind of deep, immersive value that makes every dollar of the purchase price worth it. Which of these upcoming worlds are you planning to lose yourself in first? Drop a comment below with your most anticipated title, and let's discuss why it's on your radar. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the next video to stay ahead of the game.